And baseball players, they may have uniforms, but have you ever heard of the idea of creating your own style uniform? Think Steve Jobs with the black turtleneck or Anna Wintour's signature sunglasses. Here to explain the benefits of a style uniform and how to build one is 425 magazine style writer Andrew Hoge, a stylish man I've ever seen.
Right back at you.
Oh, stop when you're finished. So why is developing your own personal style uniform so important?
Absolutely. Well, you know, we all love a baseball uniform, obviously,
yes.
But when it comes to creating your own personal style uniform, it has both practical and style kind of benefits. Like practically, it kind of frees up your brain day to day to like just go out there. You don't have to worry about fussing over your wardrobe. And then from a style perspective, you know you're going to look good. And it's something that you show up confidently every single time.
This is what I struggle with because I don't. Like, I like so many different, like some days I want to feel like a hippie and some days I want to feel like a this and that. And I think that does really make me struggle, and it doesn't always create like sometimes there's a fashion fail. You've probably seen it right here on this couch. But you're in good company when you do make a fashion uniform because like Anna Wintour, like we mentioned, Steve Jobs. So there's Steve Jobs. Look, his classic black turtleneck, that served that man.
Absolutely. And you know, wearing a style uniform doesn't necessarily mean boring. It doesn't mean unoriginal. In fact, coming up with a uniform that speaks to you and yourself and your confidence is actually like one of the highest forms of self-expression. So getting there is like part of the fun.
It is. I do like that. And we were just looking at a picture of Mark Zuckerberg, and maybe people would be like, that's not a style, but it's his own style. So there you have it.
People know what he's going to look like. So.
Exactly. All right. Well, you have 4 pillars when it comes to creating a style uniform: color, silhouette, pattern, and accessories. And you brought some models who are real life Seattleites, living their life in their best style uniform. So let's get started.
Absolutely. Well, first up, we're going to talk about color. And let's keep in mind that these pillars are, it's not a one-all be-all. These are building blocks, right, as we're starting off. But with color, here we have Angus. He works in the tech industry. And when you're focusing on color, it's something that complements your skin tone, complements your personality. And I usually suggest starting with neutral. So black, as in Angus's case here, or white, beige, creams, or navies. And the thing with color, you really want to sit with it. So take some time to think about what works best for you. And then again, one color doesn't mean boring. You can play with textures. You can play with you know different variations on the color, just like Angus does
he has,
here.
and he's got the charcoal pants, the leather jacket. Oh my gosh! And by the way, Angus, if it doesn't work out in tech, you are definitely ready to be a model. I'm just saying right now, he's got that down. That is awesome, and I love the crossbody bag with that.
Absolutely, in black, but again, a little bit of texture, a little bit of something different, just to add a little bit of variance to the overall look.
Oh my gosh, thank you, Angus. Next up, we have John, who will be coming out in just a second, kind of showing something else, a different kind of variety to this uniform.
So the other way to approach a style uniform is thinking about silhouette. And here's the deal, fit can be really, really hard to think about. I mean, it took me years being like this tall, figuring out what fit me. But once I did, I just keep on getting stuff in that like particular fit. For the gentlemen and for the ladies, it might be a well-cut blazer, just like John is wearing here. But you know, it could also be the skirt length. It could also be maybe a peplum, some sort of style detail or some sort of way it fits on your body that is perfect and makes you feel super confident.
Really know. And this is a great look for, not everyone can wear a turtleneck, and this is such a great look for John.
He's doing it well.
And the color looks great with his skin tone. It all works beautifully. Phenomenal outfit.
Really well.
And when if let's say John was about to like switch out and get more things in this outfit style, say somebody likes the style profile, what else would you suggest adding to this?
Absolutely. So if we're talking about silhouette, we're talking about that great jacket, and that is something that he can wear, you know, day after day. And maybe it's a t-shirt, maybe it's a turtleneck, maybe it's a dress shirt, but that consistency of that silhouette is what's going to make the uniform pop. And he can get it in different colors as well.
Amazing.
So,
Thank you so much, Sean. Our next is Emer.
Emer.
And look at this dress, Emer. Okay, so we've seen some of those neutral tones, but like having a personal style could also mean something bright and beautiful too, right?
Absolutely, and specifically in this case, pattern. Pattern is a really fun way. It lends itself to being fun and creative, and this can be a bolder pattern like Emer has here. It could also mean plaid. It could also mean stripes. But it's a really fun, exciting way to express your personality.
Yeah.
And to have fun with dressing. I mean, like, that's definitely part of it. But imagine, like, Emer probably has a million of these in her wardrobe, and she's always going to show up with a gorgeous patterned sweater or dress. I've seen it personally, it's stunning, and it represents her so well.
I love that. I want to see Emer's closet. I think that you must have a beautiful closet.
She does.
But it is something that's so interesting that her friends know Emer as someone who is going to show up to brunch with this beautiful print, and that is who she is. I really like this idea.
It's so much fun. And like the photo you showed of Anna Wintour, she was wearing 4 different patterns, but it's like that is her
That
look.
is her style.
So,
okay. Thank you, Emer. You look gorgeous. Our last model is going to show us her own personal style. This is Kita. And I love the necklace. I love everything. And that sheer top, beautiful.
It's gorgeous, and Kita's actually representing accessories. So that is the 4th pillar for these tips and tricks for building your style uniform. Like, accessories are actually can be the star of the show, but they're kind of like, it's not the easiest thing to do. You might think it is, but finding the right accessory that balances your overall look, you know, whether it's earrings or necklaces or handbags, but she's doing it so beautifully here. You know, you're layering in accessories as part of your style uniform can be really, really advantageous.
It really is important. And fun, too. But you're right. Accessories are not easy. But you've got Kita, you've got these paired so beautifully with everything you're wearing.
Yes.
So much fun. Thank you, Kita. Thank you so much, Andrew, because, you know, I think we forget sometimes when we see all these styles and things, but you're right. It is important just to focus on what we love the most. And I learned some stuff from you today. Thank you so
happy.
much.
It's my pleasure.
All right, we'll see you soon.